time, dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square, in the frosty air.
Hold up, that's not Frank West and this is not Dead Rising. Now, we all know that on December the 6th, Dead Rising 4 was released, and it's very different from the old Dead Rising games. It doesn't have a timer, it doesn't have a time limit. It's a very easy game, and the save system, it's not the fucking same. It's a very easy game. It's a game that, it's not Dead Rising. I don't feel like Dead Rising 4 is a Dead Rising game. I mean, yeah, it's fun, it has zombies, but it doesn't have the type of system that the other Dead Rising games had. It doesn't have the timer, it doesn't have the difficulty, and the protagonist, which had to be the main protagonist from Dead Rising 1 and Dead Rising 2 of the record, Frank West, he's not fucking Frank West. I mean, yeah, they wanted to get the old fans to buy this new Dead Rising game, but they just fucked it up with Frank West. He doesn't feel like Frank West. His personality is changed. His voice actor is not the fucking voice actor of Frank West, dude. And that got me pretty pissed. Now, at this moment, what I can compare the Dead Rising series with, it's Saints Row. Saints Row 1 and 2 were amazing games. The protagonist was a psychopath. He was a gangster psychopath. The whole story surrounded about the fact that you had to own a city, man. And with Saints Row 3, Volition had to change the idea because they thought that many people said that Saints Row has copied GTA. And they changed the game in Saints Row 3 to make it more of a parody of more games. The whole game was a parody, it didn't feel like Saints Row 1 or Saints Row 2. It felt poorly made and very short. It didn't feel like a Saints Row game. I mean, yeah, they had characters from the old Saints Row games, but it just wasn't like the old school Saints Row. Now, I admit that changes should be made in gaming, but not in series of games. They shouldn't change the vibe. They should keep the same vibe with every game and maybe add something new to the series like they did in Dead Rising 2 with the crafting thingy. Yeah, that was great, it really fitted the game, but still, in Dead Rising 2 they didn't change the time limit, they still kept it. They did add a checkpoint, but it was still a hard game. You still had to save, you still had those maniacs, that psychopaths that you had to defeat. And Dead Rising 4 doesn't have any of that. It's just a boring ass game. I mean, yeah, I admit the fact that they've gone with the Christmas theme on this Dead Rising, and it's pretty special because of the Christmas theme, but still, they did this so they could get more sales when it's gonna be released on December the 6th. Now, I like that they bring back the old mall from Dead Rising 1 and the old Frank West, which is not really Frank West. So, you know, so they could get the old Dead Rising fans back to the game. But they fucked it up. I mean, look, Dead Rising 3, I played that game. It was great. It didn't feel like Dead Rising 1 or 2. But I still enjoyed it. It still had a timer. It still was pretty hard. Yeah, the action didn't happen in a mall, but it was a pretty good city. It was very well made. Also, the story was connected to the previous games. It was nothing new, not an alternative world like they did in Dead Rising 2 of the record, which was still a great game even though it pretty much remade the Dead Rising 2. It was still enjoyable because it had all those elements that were in the other Dead Rising games. But Dead Rising 4, it's nothing like that. One thing I would like to approve Dead Rising 4 of being good at, it's the map, dude. It has the mall and it also has the surroundings around it. It's greatly made, it's a very good map, but the gameplay feels like Dead Rising 3 and I don't like Dead Rising 4, but you know what? I'm still gonna play it. It really feels like a Saints Row 4 when you compare it to Saints Row 3. And Saints Row 3 was like Dead Rising 3. I mean, it was still a Saints Row game, but it changed, and with Saints Row 4, they pretty much fucked up the vibe that Saints Row 1 and 2 bring to us. And that's what Dead Rising did too with their fanbase. They just wanted to make a more funnier game. They didn't want to focus on the seriousness, and Frank West is it's just not Frank West anymore. Yeah. Also, one more argument that I would like to point out, it's more for the PC people. Look, they pretty much splitted Steam and Windows, and you just can't get Dead Rising 4 on Steam. you can only get it like they did with Quantum Break. You need to go to the Windows App Store or something like that. I don't fucking know. And you'll have to buy it from there. It's pretty much split. It's not a PC community, it's more of a Microsoft community when it comes to Dead Rising 4, and that fucking sucks balls, Microsoft. But yeah, seems like Xbox exclusives and Windows exclusives pretty much fuck the PS4 and the Steam community, and that's pretty fucking bad. But yeah, we'll just have to get used to that. So if you guys enjoyed my video, drop a like on it, it really helps me a lot. And why not leave a comment, tell me what you liked about this video and what you did not like. If you want to argue with me, go in the comment section, let's have a talk. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching and have a nice day.
Romanian motherfucker Latino, Romanian motherfucker Latino, fresh as a motherfucking G-ho, fresh dope boy with a kilo, eyes bleed in my smoke, yo, I'm kicking pussy like Dojo, low key and no low, but bring it down like rain, yo.
That go deep now, slow it down.